Hi, my name is Renee Rendell, and the marine animal I chose for this project is the Japanese spider crab. I first learned about this marine oddity when my family decided to go on a trip to Japan in 2017. While there, we visited the Osaka Aquarium, which is located in Osaka, Japan. I was completely baffled by how creepy looking the crustaceans looked. At first, I was a bit unsettled, but after a while I became fascinated with the creatures, and I've truly loved them ever since. So you're probably wondering, who discovered these creatures? Engelbert Kaufner was a German scientist who worked for the Dutch East India Trading Company. He was best known for his trips around the world, but most notably his trip to Japan in the 1690s. This is where Dr. Kaufner discovered the Japanese crab spider, which was later named after him in the 1800s. So, what exactly are these crabs? Their scientific name is Macrochirocompheri, or in Japanese, Takaayashini, which translates to tall-legged creature, which perfectly describes them because it translates to tall-legged crabs. As seen in the chart, the order is the Decapoda, meaning that the crabs are born with 10 legs. Their leg span averages out to about 4 meters, which is about 13 feet. The average weight for these crab spiders are about 40 pounds, which is pretty light considering how tall they are. Crab spiders' legs are actually pretty weak, and researchers have found that 3/4 of these crabs are missing at least one leg. Something that's really fascinating about these crabs are how they can live up to 100 years old. This makes them the longest living crabs known to man. Something even crazier is the older they get, the bigger they grow. This is because spider crabs molt. Molting is the process in which the crab sheds its exoskeleton, which in turn makes the crab grow even bigger and regrows any lost limbs. So, where do these crabs normally exist? They naturally exist in southeastern shores of Japan, and their average depth is around 150 to 300 meters. They usually roam on the bottom of the seafloor because they can't swim, so they're usually on the sandy and muddy bottoms of the continental shelf. These crabs can also live in aquariums. I obviously saw one in Japan, but the most notable ones are Crabzilla, which live in the Sea Life Center in the Netherlands, and Big Daddy crab spider, which lives in the Blackpool Aquarium in England. So, how do they survive? Young crab spiders camouflage themselves with kelp and other things like that to keep predators away, but once they're full-sized adults, most predators are scared off by their large stature. These creatures are actually omnivorous scavengers, and they don't really attack other animals, but they scavenge for dead animals. They usually feed on crustaceans, echinoderms, worms, and mollusks. So, why are these spider crabs important? Other than all sea life being important, they're important in Japanese culture. They're actually a delicacy that they eat. And we should care because there's been a decrease in these spider crabs in the last 40 years. So there are actual laws prohibiting catching these crabs during mating seasons, which is from January to April. Thank you so much for hearing my presentation on Japanese spider crabs. I hope you guys learned a lot, and thank you.